I wish I could do POIs or something, guys know.
I'm in Rob sit now.
Because I can get really good POIs.
Be nice, Logan.
Guys, you guys don't understand how much
I'm Lindsay, and this is Maxine Dow, and we're going to be your hosts this evening. First, a few words to introduce our team. We compete in the NFL, the National Football League, no, Linda, the National Forensic League, of course. Members compete on the regional, state, and national level against other high schoolers in various speech and debate events. Tonight will provide all of these hardworking students with an opportunity to showcase the many skills they have learned, as they show you just how much a single bullet can be a positive force for change. Additionally, we are holding a raffle, so make sure you stop by the raffle table during intermission and enter your ticket for a chance to win one of many great prizes.
Linda, have you ever met that perfect boy? The one who picks his nose all the time, doesn't ask you to prom, and puts a lifelong position at McDonald's?
Well, I'm still waiting on that one, Maxine.
Well, if that sounds like the boy of your dreams, get ready to meet him in our first performance of the night.
Titled Max and Lindy. We mean Max and Cindy. This 12-week piece is a duo interpretation following a boy and a girl throughout their lives, from childhood to old age. Performed by Gieschen and Vikstrom, this piece was performed at the California High School Speech Association State Tournament in April, where they placed in the preliminary round. Duo Interp is one of the many offered speech events in which two people take a published work and deliver their own take in a word-for-word performance.
Without further ado, please welcome Kate and Zoe.
December 21st. Today I learned how to spell my name. M-A-K-S. Max. It's almost Christmas, and Santa's bringing me the Red Power Interaction Figure Deluxe set. I've been good this year. Mommy said if I do her taxes, I get Pink Ranger too. But I don't want Pink Ranger, because girls are icky. I saw mooses. Dad doesn't like mooses ever since one bit off his right leg.
Dear Fairy Princess, I want a pony. They're so pretty. Toads are not pretty, but I kissed one today. I was looking for my Prince Charming, but Mommy thinks I'm gonna get mono. Dictionary for Dummies Jr. says mono means singular. Am I going to be alone forever? Fairy Princess, do you have a Prince Charming? If so, would you like to trade for my silver marble? It's sparkly. A girl looking for her Prince Charming.
A boy trying to find out who he is.
Through fights
Laughter.
and a whole lot of confusion, Max and Cindy go through the adventures of life together.
This is Max and Cindy by James Sweeney. September 12th. Today I started first grade. I learned how to tell the time on fancy clocks. I met a girl named Cindy. I hate her. She's icky. She invited me over to have a tea party with those stupid stuffed animals, so I punched her in the face. Mrs. Peterson gave me a time out.
Dear Diary, Max is a butthead. He punched me. He hits like a sissy, but I pretended to cry so he would get into trouble. My tea party is going to be so much fun. Mommy's making her homemade brownies, and I love them because they taste like pork chips. Mr. Bunny and Barbie were supposed to get married at the tea party today, but Mommy thinks their marriage won't last. She's a divorce lawyer.
May 15th. 8th grade is almost over, and I'm looking forward to a rigorous academic courseload in high school. Machiavelli, Kant, Proust, oh boy. Quick, think of something sad before the excitement gives me an asthma attack. Dead puppies? Dead children? Socialism? Okay, I'm good. On a peripheral note, Cindy's mom is guiding my parents through the divorce. Dad pulled a Moby Dick, claiming he wouldn't rest until he settled the score with that pesky moose. That didn't settle well with Mom.
Dear Diary, I invited Max to my birthday party.
Ta-da!
I think he'd be kind of cute if he didn't wear glasses and headgear and sweater vest. For my birthday, I wanted the Britney Spears Barbie. I don't like her, because she doesn't have any hair. I wonder if Max thinks I'm too old for play with dolls.
February something. I don't really know what today is, but I think it's a Tuesday. Or a Wednesday. Anyways, there's this really hot chick in my math class. Remember Cindy? Well, the hot chick sits right next to her. I winked at her today. She winked back. Twice. So I guess it was more of a blink. Either way, it was complete chemistry. 1 Max plus 1 hot chick equals way too much hotness for one formula. In chemistry, we call that a synthesis equation. Or you can call it math if you want to, but that's kind of lame.
Dear Diary, Max Collins just turned 16, and oh my, he is hot with 2 T's. Ever since he went out for the football team and literally has asthma knocked out of him, he transformed from a geek into a god. And I think he's finally starting to notice me because he winked at me today in math class. Diary, do you think we're meant to be together forever?
February something else. Today I sat hot chick out.
Dear Diary, I hate my life. I'm fat and I'm ugly. And my nose is too big. And my eyes are too close to my ears. And my hair is too blonde. And why doesn't Max like me? He's dating this, I don't even know the word for it. This girl. And I hate her. I wish she would die of carpal tunnel. Or, hey, here's a thought.
March 1st. Ever since that hot chick from math class mysteriously disappeared on our class field trip to Hungry Grizzly Bear Forest, I've started to notice Cindy. I realize now that she was always here for me. The time my parents got divorced, the time I got peanut butter stuck up my nose, the time my dad got arrested for killing moose out of season. Because she's been loyal, honest, and I enjoy sharing my true feelings with her, I've decided to date her. I'm just joshing you. I only asked her out because she's hot.
Dear Diary, Mr. and Mrs. Max Collins? Mr. and Mrs. Max Collins. Mr. and Mrs. Max Collins.
April 20th. Prom is almost here. I hate proms. They're icky. But Cindy keeps dropping subtle hints she wants to go, like,
Hey Max, I want to go to prom.
but there's a football game that night on ESPN, and even though I've already seen it, I want to see it again because I forgot who won. I guess that means I'll have to decide what's more important in life. Cindy or football? That hurts my brain. If only Cindy were a football, then my problem would be solved. Only Cindy probably wouldn't let me kick her across the field. She's sensitive like that.
Dear Diary, I get a funny feeling in my stomach whenever I think about Max. Mom thinks I'm pregnant, but I think I'm in love. Love is a fickle 4-letter word. That sounded cool. What else is a 4-letter word? Prom, boys, risk, baby. I wonder what Max is thinking about right now.
May 5th. I wonder what I'm thinking about right now. It's like I'm thinking about more than one thing at once. Like a washer that washes and dries. Weird. I told Mom I have a funny feeling in my stomach whenever I think about Cindy. Mom thinks I'm in love, but I think it's Cindy's mom's homemade brownie I had for lunch. It tasted like ham and a chip. A ham chip.
Dear Diary, yesterday was prom. I didn't go because Max didn't ask me. Diary, I don't think we're meant to be together forever.
March 10th. Cindy didn't come to math class this week. I hope there's not a test I'm supposed to be skipping, but for some subconscious reason, I think Cindy's mad at me, and that makes my stomach feel really funny, only I'm not laughing, because I know it's not the ham chips. I think I might kind of, sort of, a little bit, somewhat love Cindy, maybe. I should tell her, only not in person. Online, instant messenger, in Cambodian, backwards.
Dear Diary, it happened. It finally happened. Max said those 3 words I've been waiting my whole life to hear.
Nuo, Naglis, Nav.
Ah! And better yet, he proposed to me. But there's no engagement ring because Max's McJob only pays $6 an hour, and he knows I won't accept anything less than 24 karat. Instead, he bought me a license plate. Meant to be was taken, and I love Cindy because she's hot was too long, so he settled for Max and Cindy. But we had to take out all of the vowels, so you can't really tell what it means.
June 13th. Tomorrow, Cindy and I have been married for 75 years. That's a really long time. We had children. Well, child after that unfortunate moose incident. I swear they should put warning labels on those things. But we still have Mindy. You would never have guessed it, but Mindy is what happens when Max and Cindy get together in more ways than one. Cax was our other child. It doesn't really sound like a name, so we count our blessings that Mindy wasn't taken instead. And after we had children, we had grandchildren. We might even have great-grandchildren, but you'd have to ask Cindy. I never pay much attention to those things. Hey, did you hear about the game on ESPN last night?
Dear Diary, 75 is a big number. It really gets 74 and 76 jealous. Probably because it's 3 quarters. I stand by in love with my Max and secretly wishing I had teeth. But Max and I still have something to look forward to. A whole quarter of marriage. It's nice to know that some things will never change. I will always love Cax and Mindy. I will always never go to prom. I will always cherish my 24-karat ring, despite the fact it took 50 years for Max's make job to pay for it. And I will always love my husband, Max Collins, my very own, better than a silver marble, Prince Charming. Thank you.
That lighthearted fun, it's time to switch up the pace. This dramatic interpretation, which placed in the preliminary round at States, will bring tears to your eyes. Like, if this were a book and I were to throw it at your face, it would hurt less than the story. Kleenex over there. Okay, dramatic interp is all about things that are sometimes too difficult to talk about. It's about giving a voice to people who aren't always able to tell their own story.
Thus, Jordan shines a light on a woman commemorating 1 year in prison, illuminating the circumstances behind her life and prompting us all to consider a person's true story before judging them.
Please welcome Yoojin Shin with Jordan.
I came here a year ago today, so I am celebrating this anniversary with a real cigarette. Except I don't got a light. Thanks. When you're arrested, everything is bright. They sit you under a light bulb and take your photo. I smiled like this. Well, don't smile, they said. It's not allowed. This is my best profile. And this, I said, is a little party gift baby left me. I can say his name now, and it doesn't hurt. We live in a world of constant judgment and labels. Our every action is cut and fit into a stereotype and is either praised or slandered without a second thought. However, as easy as judgment comes, authors Moira Buffini and Reynolds argue that while the judgment itself is easy to make, we must strive to understand and to consider the circumstances that plague these individuals. Jordan, by Moira Buffini and Reynolds. When I first came in here for days, I didn't know where I was. Don't tell them what you're in for, the officer said when I first came in. They'll go for you. Now my dad, he always freaking smoked. You see, he used a cigarette filter that it saved the nicotine from entering his lungs, and what did he die from? Lung cancer. choose cancer over doing life, really. Both terminal illnesses eating her from the inside. God, he was beautiful. A soft halo of big black hair. My baby. Now his daddy, Davy. Now, I wanted him because he was different. Different spelled love, spelled future, spelled take me away from here and breathe life into me. Well, I did kiss 100 frogs. But I guess so did Mom. Some days she would just walk in here with strange colors on her face. Swollen. Everyone freaking pretended like they weren't there. In those days, my dad would bring in these big yellow flowers and also cards. Roses are red, violets are blue, bruises are green, but I still love you. And the shrink in here, he says I wanted Davy to be my father. Well, that's crap. I just wanted Davy because he was dangerous. And let me tell you, he was really dangerous. One day, he went to the bathroom, and I took one of his beers and shook it. Here you are, I said. And it went all over him. And he stopped me laughing with a punch. It was the first time, and I felt so stupid. When my period stopped, I thought it must be all the drinking, but it was him coming into our world so soon. You know, when I knew I was sick straight away, but it wasn't morning sickness. It was fear. When he hits me, I think of big yellow flowers. And then he came. Gosh, he was beautiful. Hair, several shades darker than your Davy. And you know, Davy, he takes one look at him and he says, he's not my kid. He's too dark. And then the next thing I feel is his fist smashing my mouth. He moved out. We had no money, obviously, but we got by somehow. I got jobs and work was good, and I was actually getting paid for him now. So I bought him little tiny clothes and little toys. Of course, he comes back. He's wearing a shirt and his collar's ironed, clean jeans. And then a woman follows him in, bubbles of blonde hair, and she's smart. This is Barbara, he says, and we're getting married. Nice, I say. He walks around me, circling me. You look like shit. And then he goes on to tell me that I'm not fit to look after my child and threatens to take him away. Take him away. 3 little words drop like acid. A white envelope has landed on the mat. proceedings. And then it said something about custody and an unfit mother. I take him to the window, and there they all are, listening to him cry. There they all are, the women, people from the jury, and baby. They all throw to the window, shouting, "He's crying." She's making him cry. Please, don't cry. Please, don't cry. Please, don't cry. I buy a bottle of vodka and 4 packets of aspirin, and that's it. I know I'll need to drink first because I'm a coward after all. I drink the vodka, gagging on the strength of the aspirins, and then I can't remember. I take up a pillow and I go to the kitchen and swallow the rest of the pills. And I can't remember. Later, days later, I was sitting under those bright lights. The neighbor called the police when she heard the bottle smash. She said it was the sound of breaking glass that saved my life. Jordan, I put your pictures up on the pinboard above my head. I stapled one to my pillow. Hang me. Every time I hear a baby crying in the wing below me, every time I see a mother kissing her baby's head, my throat sticks hard and I can't swallow. Davy used to say to me, "You smother that